Yes, I have.
Unit 6 and Unit 7 pitch, 25th of February 25.
Hello. So this is my idea for my graphic magazine. So title is going to be Road to Glory, which is a magazine about the Champions League. The current Champions League now. But that's like this. For my research, I found out that football fans prefer like interactive content, like quizzes to keep them engaged. And then prediction games increases the engagement for the people who are going to read the magazine. And then football fans love debates, votes, and votes on best goals and players and matches. So using popular Champions League players on the front page is going to attract football fans to encourage them to get the magazine and then engage with it. So the target audience will be people who are aged 16 to 35, and then I think the gender will be mostly males, because so for the front cover, the masthead, which is titled the Road to Glory, and the main image, I'm going to be using different images of players, key players in the Champions League now. Just to attract people to. The second league will be Road to Munich, because that's what the final is going to be holding. I'll just put something like who will lift the trophy. The cover line will be this vote for goal of the season. So to encourage the readers for interaction. The pub will be limited edition Champions League special. So the color scheme will be primarily blue and white, because it's the color for the Champions League, like the standard color for the Champions League. So for the main topic, the subject will be most successful teams in the Champions League currently, and top goal scorers, and predictions for key upcoming football matches as at the time when I'll be writing the magazine. So for the interactive elements, I'm thinking of using quizzes to test readers' knowledge, clickable icons or pop-ups, images with different styles and effects, like the one from the example we showed. So for the images, I'm using logos of the featured football clubs, images of the coaches and the top players in the Champions League now, maybe some photos of the stadium, and photos of successful teams and players. So for the videos I'll be making, I'm going to do a video podcast segment where I think I'll be presenting in front of the green screen for everything, where I'm going to interview a football fan about the Champions League, to ask about predictions and just questions related to the Champions League currently. And I'll do like a green screen presentation of the best goals of the season now, where I'm going to be in front of the green screen, and then I'll replace that in the editing using Premiere Pro. for the production requirements, I think I'll be using 3 cameras to work out the multi-camera editing in Premiere Pro. A blue screen will be needed at the TV studio, and yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Faith. Okay, the masthead, Road to Glory, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine. It's quite wordy, but it's like a kind of a special magazine, is it? It's not kind of one that would exist other than for the Champions League, if that makes sense. It's not like a match that would have one out every month. It's kind of like a standalone, isn't it? Yeah. My only thing would be, if we're having Road to Glory for the masthead, we can't have then Road to Munich for the secondary league, because there's lots of roads. So we need to think of something else for the secondary league. Okay. I like the fact that you've got your clear ideas for your masthead, secondary leads and cover lines. They all work really well. In terms of target audience, when you think about target audience later on, you need to make sure you think about your psychographics and socio-economic scale, which I think you knew, but you didn't want to stand on the spot and give it a guess. So later on, think about what kind of people you're appealing to and their socio-economic scale as well. Okay. Original photography. A bit difficult for you because obviously it's the topic. I was wondering if maybe you might have something where you could interview fans about, like, you know, their predictions or what teams they're following, and maybe you could get some nice headshots of them in team shirts. Maybe as an idea, but we do need an element of original photography.
If he tries to get in contact with our local football club,
they won't link to the Champions League. Unfortunately, Luton
They
are
won't.
struggling at the bottom of the Championship, so
I swear they were last year.
not in the Champions League. No, they were in the Premier League. But
Oh, and
So-
that's two different things.
I think because it is stuff. Sorry, I think because of the type of competition it is, I think the only thing I can think of is fans. Other it would be stadium pictures, but again, I don't know how many London teams are still left in it. So, yeah, unless anyone else can think of any other ideas for original photography. Prediction-wise, who do we think? Who are you predicting for the final?
Not England.
I think it's going to be Real Madrid.
Hmm. For the winners.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, that would be difficult unless anyone's got a Real Madrid shirt. Do you see what I mean? So you need to think about that. That's the only kind of key question. The video works well for me. You've got a clear idea of what that's going to be. I know production-wise you've got the skills to do that. It's just the original photography. That's the only thing I'm thinking of. Okay? Who was doing questions? Omalara and... Have you got a question?
Yeah, what are you going to add in the quizzes?
It's going to be just predictions, like to ask the fans who was a favorite moment in so far, and then who do they think will win the Champions League and who's doing better.
Okay. But so it's not going to be like a Q&A type questions. Amir, do you have a question?
Yeah, a good idea for the quiz could be to kind of do like a guess the footballer. So you can choose like Champions League players, and in Photoshop you can kind of grade them out and only show like their kit or something like that. With like people having to guess. I don't know if you can do that in InDesign.
Oh, you mean like a silhouette? Yeah.
Silhouette, yeah.
But you could do that in Photoshop and bring it into InDesign, which is fine. Yeah? Okay, one more question for Steph.
Well, that's back to what Malara and Amir was saying. You could add like a little quiz of like, oh, who won the whatever year Champions League, like something like that, like random quizzes that will get the fans to like think. So you can just like find them online and make them more entertaining, maybe.
Yeah? Yeah, good idea, clear idea for the magazine, just the original photography for me. Okay? And target
I
audience.
just have like a suggestion. So you know how your master is called Road to Glory, right? You could probably change it to Glory, just make it shorter. But it kind of shows that you have a clear vision on like what you want your whole thing to like, sort of be about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I agree. I think the idea behind the Road to Glory though is obviously it's a competition where they're in group stages, they're in knockouts, so it is a kind of like in a tournament. It is a tournament, isn't it? So there is a kind of clear road to get in there. So I do get it, and it's not in this country. And kind of road to is often used in football for different, so it works. I think what Zane's trying to say is most mastheads tend to be a word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Two words.